Jackie, you have problems. Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction, and this time we have who, in my opinion, is a contender for top 3 UK drill artists bar for bar. Granted, he has made other songs that aren't just drill, but it's within that space specifically. Jacky Lavish is a problem. Yes, I've heard Cedric Diggory, I've heard TDM, I've heard his tracks before that, heard his Next Up. He is a wicked lyricist. And seeing that this one is 5 minutes, it's a matter about bars, I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 beats in this one. Shout out to Jacky, thank you for letting me get the early release on this one. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it.
This rapper right here, I'll be real, I got high hopes for.
Me too. I've been looking out for this one specifically.
But at the moment, seems like some of the people are sleeping on him.
Yes.
So you know it's my job to get that alarm clock out and wake you lot up.
Please do. Because Jacky's a problem.
Remember the name? Jacky Lavish.
I just want to say, Jacky, I preemptively do not like you for all the editing I'm going to have to do to this one. I just want to let you know that.
My nigga got a bird and his mumsy's hurting. Strip hotter than furnace. Bro's in the trap for certain. You can see the mold on the curtains. Little bro saying that you're gonna shoot like Mertens. And you know if you with the jewels like perverts. Setting up shop, no Dorothy Perkins. Racks and serpents, Mac no Perkins.
What is wrong with you? I'm letting y'all know from now, I'm going to miss a lot of references, and I'm getting the early release for this one, so I'm not going to have the lyrics side by side. I'm going to miss a lot. I'm letting y'all know from now. I'm going to miss the names and some of the specific references, but yeah.
My nigga got a bird and his mumsy's hurting. Strip hotter than furnace. Bro's in the trap for certain. You can see the mold on the curtains. Little bro saying that you're gonna shoot like Mertens. And you know if you with the jewels like perverts. Setting up shop, no Dorothy Perkins. Racks and serpents, Mac no Perkins. Your son get dice, I ain't calling for the Raleigh. Let bro shoot like Leroy Sané. Push your wig back like Sadio Mane. Bro got grab it, ain't spoken word. I call him Wale. 250 like sharp blade. And he let the shop. Jacky.
Yo, Jacky, you wasn't joking when you said every line.
Jacky Lavish.
My nigga got a bird and his mumsy's hurting. Strip hotter than furnace. Bro's in the trap for certain. You can see the mold on the curtains. Little bro saying that you're gonna shoot like Mertens. And you know if you with the jewels like perverts. Setting up shop, no Dorothy Perkins. Racks and serpents, Mac no Perkins. Your son get dice, I ain't calling for the Raleigh. Let bro shoot like Leroy Sané. Push your wig back like Sadio Mane. Bro got grab it, ain't spoken word. I call him Wale. 250 like sharp blade. And he let the shots pour like barmaid. B telling me that she loves me. I tell her all this junk. Wale. Nutrients burnt this. Grab it, ain't spoken word. I call him Wale. 250 like sharp blade. And he let the shots pour like barmaid. B telling me that she loves me. I tell her all this junk. Wale. Nutrients burnt this tweet, so I'm thinking that we need more seeds. Aye. Baby, don't act for me, I know you wanna kick it, Bruce Lee. I don't talk about your crop around me, cause I need me a drink like Charlie Sheen. You saying Jack's dead, brother, that's what's saying this. Kinda mad, yeah, bad, don't squeeze it. You're trying to save shots, you go, Doris. Had to call my nigga try D, now my little nigga saying that he need new teeth. My other nigga said he want a new rig, like some Sandy, like the baddie in Greece. And now they see me on screens, and tell me big myself up. Chewy had a trap like a homeless shelter, and we gon' slide like helter skelter. But I beat all backing herself up, so she wanna roll with a dog like Velma. And if Bay don't cover herself up, she ain't coming out.
Jacky, what? I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Big Jess. What do you do? Like, what do you inject yourself with before you write these things? Jesus Christ. And I'm telling y'all again, spare me for not catching all of these references and the annotations. I cannot reference every single line. I'm going to focus on some like the bigger references and some of the bigger bars, or at least the ones that are like important to me or whatever. But what the hell?
They said he want a new rig like some Sandy, like the baddie in Greece. And now they see me on screens and tell me big myself up. Chewy had a trap like a homeless shelter, and we gon' slide like helter skelter. But I beat all backing herself up, so she wanna roll with a dog like Velma. And if Bay don't cover herself up, she ain't coming out like Elsa. I need a female boss like Griselda, I'm a new link, not Zelda. They know Jacky never need no.
Then said a new link. Tell you right now, do not piss me off with the, oh, you missed. I cannot pause on every single bar. I cannot reference every single bar. That's my last disclaimer.
Since you wanna roll with a dog like Velma. And if Bay don't cover need a female boss like Griselda and a new link, not Zelda. They know Jacky never need no elder. Them with the acting, Idris Elba. I know the haters sour, tryna see if you've not chowder. If my niggas send a show like Bowser, you're gonna hit the deck like Tiffany Calver. Bundesliga, this ain't Schalke, light skin honey, Jessica Alba. My nigga too flicky in shower, black powder, hit shots like Alba. They know Jacky tryna grow this flower. I seen a man ghost like power, drop coward, hot red like Scouser. But beat all if in her blouse up, drop trouser and want open her mouth up. She wanna break it on.
You hear that flow? This is probably the most aggressive flow from Jacky that I've heard, I think. When I say aggressive, I don't mean like violent aggressive, just like he's just rapid fire with it. Like usually he's a little more calm and chill. This time around, he's not giving you any chance to really digest what he's saying.
They know Jacky tryna grow this flower. I seen a man ghost like power, drop coward, hot red like Scouser. But beat all if in her blouse up, drop trouser and want open her mouth up. She wanna break it on the kitchen counter, do round up, then I dip like salsa. Flow like Jacky, they wish. Little nigga pattern your biz. Bro said the light skin pattern was split, says you know with a white thing a pattern of frizz. He said a 4-5 corn too chunky and it spits, Dino Driz. I see a keep in with a pink hit.
Too chunky and it spits, Dino Driz. You hear those sirens outside?
Little nigga pattern your biz. Bro said the light skin pattern was split, says you know with a white thing a pattern.
That's the paramedics coming from my brain.
Corn too chunky and it spits, Dino Driz. I see a keep in with a pink hit, and I ain't talking about Jada Smith. But B telling me that she loves me, I'ma give it a miss. Bro got the white and a pirate stitch, and they move like Django and give it a whip. My nigga stay with a 4 like.
Jacky, you have problems. You have issues, bro. You have issues. You have issues. I'm not gonna have fun editing this. I'm not. I'm probably not even gonna do the references. I'm probably just gonna focus on the slang because I'm not gonna catch these references.
And I ain't talking about Jada Smith. But B telling me that she loves me, I'ma give it a miss. Bro got the white and a pirate stitch, and they move like Django and give it a whip. My nigga stay with a 4 like Tris. These bad beats swing hate and diss, but they still feel me like Jada Kiss. Jacky.
I want to hear this beat switch. Yeah. Facts, Kenny.
They have to made this one, you know. Making magic.
He's gonna give us some rap now? I was actually wondering if he was gonna give us a straight rap.
Same perseverance.
So Jacky can rap and he can tell you some real stories.
Yo, it's Jacky. Look, no lost love or respect. I hug my nan and smelled the alky on her breath. It's been a sec that I ain't stepped and got some shit up off my chest. Yeah, it's Jacky rapping pain, how'd you guess? My nigga lost his best and now he's stressed, the shit's a mess. You rap some shit, I rap some shit, you get depressed. But all this anger and this death, but this manner and this stress. And you know little homie's blessed. If little homie wants a picture, man, it's picturesque. And know this life, it ain't a picture, it's a gift, but picture this. Life's calm, life's bliss. Big fuck off dolly spliffs. Line slanging, throwing bricks. Got them new Versace tops and them new Da Vinci kicks. Little homie, you won't get the rolling dope, doing sniff. Oh, you think your life?
We're taking this back. I don't care how you feel about it. We're taking that back. It's crazy because I was going to say it in the beginning, but I was like, let me not speak too far ahead of myself. I'm glad that he gave us the balance between the drill and the rap. Because Jacky can rap. You hear what he's saying right now?
Yo, it's Jacky. Encore. Look,
yes,
no
encore.
Love or respect. I hug my nan and smelled the alky on her breath. It's been a sec that I ain't stepped and got some shit up off my chest. Yeah, it's Jacky rapping pain, how'd you guess? My nigga lost his best and now he's stressed, the shit's a mess. You rap some shit, I rap some shit, you get depressed. But all this anger and this death, but this manner and this stress. And you know little homie's blessed. If little homie wants a picture, man, it's picturesque. And know this life, it ain't a picture, it's a gift, but picture this. Life's calm, life's bliss. Big fuck off dolly spliffs. Line slanging, throwing bricks. Got them new Versace tops and them new Da Vinci kicks. Little homie, you won't get the rolling dope, doing sniff. Oh, you think your life's hard, man, get a grip. You gotta hold and get the grips. Come on, I'm trying to do you stiff. Yeah, they rip you like a Riz. And then throw you in a spliff, but hear what you touch my mother or my sis.
It's like he's using that same wordplay that he could do on drill, but he's using it in a much more meaningful way now.
Get a grip. You gotta pull and get the grips. Man, I'm trying to do you stiff. Yeah, they rip you like a Riz and then throw you in a spliff, but hear what you touch my mother or my sis. I'm latex like a GIMP, trying to leave a pussy limp. Go jail, do a stint. In my time with a grin, might go and hit the gym. In my cell smoking hemp. Oh shit, I mean a hemp. Cause my brother's pushing keys like a temp. He's on gangs, Ross Kemp. And if it rains and it's pain, take cover like a tent. You got a strap, but it jams, it's dead. That's possession, no intent. You say it bad to extent.
Something that I like when artists are self-referential. The fact that he alluded to the whole, oh, you have a thing that jams or whatever, and he said that in TDM as well.
Tell mum that I'm bringing a guess, yes. You don't even know if it jams. You just click it and guess.
This is really cool. Like, it's one of those like nods to people who know the artist, like who are familiar with their music. Yeah.
Gotta hit the gym. In my cell smoking hemp. Oh shit, I mean a hemp. Cause my brother's pushing keys like a temp. He's on gangs, Ross Kemp. And if it rains and it's pain, take cover like a tent. You got a strap, but it jams, it's dead. That's possession, no intent. You say it bad to extent. Please don't send me beats if it's bent. Producing air like a vent. I hold a spliff, hold a med. For all this cash that I've spent. Trying to craft me a path to the bread. Free the real, only half of us left. And my niggas set up shop M&S. Shit, you slanging pebbles, M&M's. Them white raps, Eminem. Shit, I spit sick, hella phlegm. I get popping from on board.
He said, listen, I'm gonna give out a break, but for these last couple of seconds, I'm gonna while out on you. Man said this white raps, Eminem.
Cash that I've spent, trying to craft me a path to the bread. Free the real, only half of us left. And my niggas set up shop M&S. Shit, you slanging pebbles, M&M's. Them white raps, Eminem. Shit, I spit sick, hella phlegm. I get popping from I'm born until I'm dead. Yeah.
Jacky put his heart into this one. Yeah, I need to stop putting some respect on his name. Share this with your friends. Share this with your auntie, your uncle, your mother, your father, your ex. So in this channel we hold the vows. That means we're gonna get straight into it, and this one gets a 10. Truth be told, I really don't care what anybody has to say. This was a perfect song for me personally. I do have like minor nitpicks, but nothing that was really significant enough for me to pull down any points on any of these categories. Just the way that Jacky is able to deliver these punchlines bar for bar for bar so seamlessly without a single gap, it just flows perfectly. He's insane. I don't get it. I don't know how he does it. It makes no sense. And yet the second half of this one wasn't super upbeat, so there's really only gonna be but so much he can do with his flows. But with what he did deliver on it, he rode the beat so perfectly, and he used his tone of voice to match the sentiments that he was delivering. Now the beats on this one were just special. That first one was really different. I don't know what that instrument playing in the background was. It sounded almost like a distorted violin. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that just added a layer to it that I don't think I've ever heard on a drill beat so far. The elements on it were just so distinct while also not competing with each other or his voice at all. And then again, with everything that he was doing on this track, I don't want an even more extravagant beat. It's gonna piss me off, so I'm gonna have too many things to focus on at one time. And y'all hear me talk about why that's important to me a lot, so at this point it shouldn't be a surprise to you. Lyrically, this one gets a perfect 10. The one nitpick that I have for his lyricism on this track is completely overshadowed by just how much he dumped. Every single line was a reference. It was just so much to keep up with. Now with that being said, that kind of is my nitpick. It reaches a point where it's like you're trying to keep up with what the reference is versus what's the story that he's telling. I know that might be kind of ironic to hear, especially for me who bigs up artists with very, very strong lyricism a lot. But this time around, it was a little bit overwhelming. Also probably because I'm also trying to think about, well, what might be a reference that I just don't know yet and all of that. So I will keep that in mind. But I also feel like the way that he delivered the punchlines as well, it was a little bit oversaturated, and I say that very lightly. And what I mean by that is how densely packed together the similes are. Now maybe it's just the way that it's playing back in my head, and maybe it's from rewinding it so many times, but hearing like so much, like I said before, it really makes me focus more specifically on who he's about to reference or what he's about to reference, and not what he's doing with the reference, if that makes sense. And that's really just me giving some constructive criticism, because honestly, again, at the end of the day, the lyricism here was on point. And what I really like is how he dialed back on it and told the story in that second one. And if nothing else at all, that's probably going to be my next bit of criticism here, because it's the same thing that I tell Big Jess and Fizzler. Yes, we know that you can wild out lyrically, but tell a story with it, and tell a seamless story with it. It's something that sounds personal, not like a generic bando story or like a generic road story or whatever, because you know a lot of artists have those, but we want to hear about you. What do you have to offer that nobody else can give? And that's what he did on that second track. I feel like what he started delivering towards the end is the perfect balance that I'm looking for. Giving you those lyrical moments, giving you those moments that make you just like stare up at the sky and wonder why kind of a thing. Like, why did you have to say that? Why did you do that? Why did you think of that? Just all these questions that run through my mind when I hear Jacky Lavish's bars. That's what he did in the second half, while also letting me think about, well, what's the story he's telling me? And I'm gonna keep saying that, because that's what's important to me, hearing those narratives. But besides everything I just said, I want to play this one over. I want to hear every single line. I want to see if there's any references that I didn't catch. I just want to do my best to catch as much as I can, because I know he was wilding out on this one. And my last note here, I want to hear what Jacky Lavish sounds like on a track with T-Way. Just because of the way that they tell these stories so personally, they're two of the artists who have gotten the closest to giving you something beyond generic. Fizzler has his moments as well as T Zando's, and even Millions, but them two in particular, Jacky Lavish and T-Way, I think that there's something that they could do on a track that's just gonna be wicked. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and hang tight for some more reactions, because I do got more of those coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.